Today, the European United Left, Nordic Green Left, welcomed Richard Wilkinson, author of The Spirit Level, to the European Parliament. Based on UN and WHO data, he demonstrates what has long been a gut feeling, that inequality is divisive and socially corrosive, and that almost everyone benefits from greater equality in society.
Yes, what we do is look amongst the rich developed countries at the size of the income gap between rich and poor in each country. And we find that the bigger the gap, the worse the health and social problems. We look at physical health and mental health, we look at teenage birth rates, we look at levels of violence, of drug abuse, how children do at school, a whole range of things like that. And we find in the societies with the bigger income differences, all those problems are much worse. Sometimes the problems are twice as common, but sometimes they're as much as 10 times as common. If you look at teenage birth rates or the proportion of the population in prison, or in some of the data on levels of violence. And that is because it's not simply the poor who are affected by inequality. We are all affected. It's damaging to the quality of social relations in society. You get more status competition, more consumerism and so on. And the social fabric is damaged. I mean, it really looks to us as if the intuition that inequality is divisive and socially corrosive, that's really what the data shows us. You know, people trust each other less, they're less involved in community life in more unequal societies. It's a really important picture, really about measures of well-being, if you like, across the entire population. I think it's one of the most important elements of well-being. And all the things we look at, like teenage birth rates and health, are influenced by hundreds of other factors as well. But a common element in all of them is the amount of inequality, working, as I said, through the quality of social relations. And I think the exciting thing is that it really does look as if there is now, if you like, a policy lever on well-being in a whole population, that if you reduce the income differences, it improves the quality of social relations, not perhaps immediately. There will be lag periods and different time lengths before different outcomes are affected, but it's a really important component of increasing well-being in our societies.